So the Australian government has asked its citizens and residents to exercise caution when traveling to the Maldives. This is what I got when I Googled the Smart Traveler website. So I just wanted to ask you exactly like what is the situation like in Maldives? Like, because they did say that they might be a possibility.
I think perhaps you are reading something from the 80s, 1980s. Maldives won the world's leading destination in 2020, 2021, and 2022, three times in a row. And the Australian cricket team, when they found it, they couldn't straight go to Australia during the pandemic. They stayed in Maldives and they flew. So Maldives is welcoming travelers from all the parts of the world, and we are one of the most safest destinations in the world.
Okay, no worries. So they've just put it there on the Smart Traveler website where extra caution taken. But yeah, so I just wondered if
I
there's
think those things you have to find out when it was put. If you Google things, you get all sorts of sentences, paragraphs. So I think what you have to look at is what Foreign Office is saying, the latest, and what the reason why they are saying it. Maldives tourism is developed on a totally very safe environment. We have got one island, one resort type of developments, and that's why we were able to sail through the global pandemic of COVID very safely, very rapidly. So I think when you read something on the internet, you need to think of the pinch of salt in it.
Okay, no worries. Okay. So besides beach holidays, which Maldives is really big on, what other activities can tourists enjoy in your beautiful country? Like, is there like hiking, like those kind of things, or is it just a beach kind of like a?
You can hike. You can hike up to 2 meters. That is our highest point. But of course, Maldives has got so much to offer. That's why we are the world's leading destination. Initially, 50 years back, when travelers started coming, we had the people who just wanted the natural beauty of a tropical destination like Maldives with small islands, palm trees, beach, very lagoon, pristine waters, coral reefs, all that. But later, so what has happened was Maldives has become a destination that can offer a variety of products. Our product is very strong now. We started with in the late 90s. We had a very strong inclination as a honeymoon destination, and taking on from a honeymoon destination, we are the next step. Now we are a family destination, so all the resorts have got very good facilities for families. And of course, the new trend of wellness tourism has really taken hold of Maldives tourism product. All the resorts offer very diverse, dynamic health and spa facilities for wellness travelers, diet programs, all get well, feel good products at the end. And of course, we have diversified into community-based tourism. We have got our local islands as part of the tourism product. So the new tourists who wish to experience Maldives, they can even. You can spend more than 360 days in the Maldives, and still you will find there are ample things that you haven't done yet.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So, is it possible to do Maldives on a budget? Because it's come out as a very premium, expensive destination. But
if you are in the college and you are living on pocket money, yes, still you can come to the Maldives. But if you are a millionaire, still you can come to the Maldives. We have got ultra luxury product that the Maldives is renowned for. Very, very luxury products. But then the community-based tourism, where we are taking tourism to the local islands, there we have got small hotels and guest houses, and they are very reasonable in terms of price-wise, and experience is diverse. And then also you can enjoy a mix of holiday. Spend a few days in a resort, and go and have a look at the island life, experience that. And there's another very important sector, the safari sector, live boat. The boating sector is very popular because those boats take you to the virgin places, places that others normally don't go, be it surf points, be it dive points, be it shipwrecks. So this live aboard sector is very prominent. Maldives will remain a predominantly ultra luxury destination, but even those who are working on a college money, they can still come and enjoy the Maldives. Now we have got very good public transport networks, also sea-based public transport networks. At the moment, we have set it in north for atolls, but we will establish that in south soon, and that will make it very convenient for people who are living on a not such a big income to come and experience Maldives and its mesmerizing beauty.
Awesome. So, can solo travelers safely travel to the Maldives? So, I did read that because it's very expensive. So, if you're solo, right, you have to spend all the money for one person. So, is Maldives a place for solo traveling? Like, is it?
Absolutely, Maldives is a destination for everybody, no matter whether you are on your own, no matter whether you are with a family, no matter whether you are senior citizen, whether you are a young one. And also from this year, we are very much concentrating on making Maldives an accessible destination. We believe that humans have a right to experience the Maldives irrespective of their physical challenges. And so we are embarking on a special program, a special project to make Maldives very accessible. So solo or not, Maldives have got very good programs for them, and you can tailor made it to suit your wish, the holiday you have in your mind.
Awesome. Minister Mausoom, so how about connectivity? So I checked yesterday, from Sydney to Maldives, it takes around 37 hours, only because there's no direct flights. So you have to go to Singapore and then you have to break your journey there. Then from Singapore, you have to make your way via Emirates. You see, it's a very cumbersome like travel. What about that? Are you looking to?
I hope that is a new year present for 2024. I get a direct connection from Australia and New Zealand. Uh, but we have got very good news even for this year. We are starting very soon another connection from Kuala Lumpur. Batik will start flying, and we are in communication with other airlines in the region to start in November, and we expect to have a connection from even Korea. So the eastern connection, as you said, is a bit tough these days. It's going to have a very good improvement, and I look forward to a direct connection from Australia, and I wish to have that. And the one of the airlines that we are having talks with, they are well connected to the Australian airline sector and New Zealand airline sector. So we are hoping that we could have a very good connection by November.
So this Kuala Lumpur flight, is it Mars or AirAsia?
Sorry?
The connectivity.
That's the Batik.
Batik Air. Wow, interesting. Okay, so what was the tourist receipt for Maldives in the last year? So who are your top 5 visitors by nationality? Are Australians in the top 5 or?
Australians, we want them to climb up into the top 10, but at the moment not. At the top 5, we have got the usual ones, but the new 2 marks that really came up very stronger, India and Russia. So last 3 years, India has been number 1, but this year Russia has been number 1. But in terms of bed nights, even last 3 years, Russia would have led because Russians stay longer. Then we have got UK on 3rd, and 4th and 5th we have got Germany and Italy, sometimes changing. Then we have got France and USA. But the China is now catching up very rapidly, very quickly. We started getting Chinese tourists about 2 months back, and within 1 month they were already in top 10. Now they have climbed to top 7, and I hope that in a week or so they will be in top 6, and before the end of the year, probably they will be in the top 3.
Awesome. So how much does the tourism contribute to the Maldivian economy? Is it the top GDP or?
Oh my God, that is our economy. Tourism is our economy. It contributes 80% indirectly to the GDP, directly more than 50%. Everything revolves around tourism. So it's a very significant industry, and that's why we have put very strong policies for tourism. That's why we want to make sure that we give confidence to investors by continuous reform to the investment climate in the Maldives. And also we want to make sure that we develop our tourism in a sustainable manner so that the industry can be sustained for the future generations too. Tourism is the industry of the Maldives, of course, but we have fishing, which is also quite significant in our construction industry too. But tourism is the number one.
Number one, awesome. Okay, are there any specific cultural do's and don'ts that tourists should know before visiting the Maldives? So Maldives is a Muslim country, so I didn't know before this that you cannot bring pork items in, and you also cannot wear bikini in public beaches, and also alcohol is only served in resorts. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. Is there anything else that tourists should?
Maldives has the opportunity. Maldives gives the opportunity to have your dream holiday. So when you come to the resort, it's one island, one resort. You have everything you want. Everything you want. In safari boats also, you have everything you want. But you're right. We are a Muslim country. We have the community-based tourism, the small islands. Even before we introduced tourism, mainstream tourism to the island communities, those who are visiting the islands are requested to observe the national norms. That happens everywhere, no matter which country. All the tourists do that, and that is, you don't have to write it somewhere, but all the tourists observe that. But we have got, so it's mainly about moderate dressing. So just we have got the guidelines for women and men to cover reasonably. But even many inhabited islands, they have dedicated beaches for tourists. So in these dedicated beaches, tourists have freedom to be dressed as you would dress in a public swimming pool.
Mm.
In a normal European public swimming pool. That type of dress is all right for this type of beaches, dedicated beaches. But today the tourists are very educated. They are highly responsive to the local cultures and local norms, and we have no problem whatsoever welcoming everybody from all the parts of the world, and they can have the dream holiday they wish. If somebody wish to be on the extreme, I don't think that is possible in any country. But Maldives offers you the opportunity to enjoy the holiday you deserve.
Awesome. So do you have Uber there? Like
Sorry?
if you have Uber, like a car share, if they want to go from one place.
We are 99.1% water and just 1% land. So we have you can hire charter things. In Greater Malay area, there are cars that you can order using the apps, local apps. But the mainstream tourists, they will when you book the holiday, they would already book the transfer to the hotel from the airport you are arriving, and that is highly recommended because inter-resort, inter-island transport, if you have to charter a boat, it is going to be rather expensive. So normally there are scheduled ferries, scheduled shuttles from island to island, and it's best be taken in association with local travel agents who can give the best connections, and even the local hotels can do that. My the outer atolls are a little bit difficult to reach now, but we are developing. Already we have got really operating two international airports, but we are developing one more in the north, an international airport, and one in the south, and that will give us four airports, but two more will come in the south. So altogether, Maldives have six international airports, like main hubs, but we have many private, many other airports where private jets can land. We have we are going to have 20 airports by end of this year altogether in the country, 20 airports. And President Ibrahim saw his transport policy. He wants to give the people the opportunity to travel from their inhabited island to an airport within 30 minutes max. So transport is occasionally expensive, but it's convenient now.
Okay. So forgive me if I asked this. I just wondered, because I've never been to Maldives. So is English widely spoken in Maldives, or French, or what's the, like, if a tourist comes, will they have difficulties?
And today tourists don't have difficulties.
Okay.
Because today all the tourists, if their finger will translate for them. So, but Maldivians, our education system is in English, hence most Maldivians speak reasonably good English. But in the tourism sector, Maldivian the employee team, they're very smart, they're very creative, they're very talented, and they pick up languages very quickly. So you will find many locals who are talking Italian, Russian, Japanese, Arabic, Hindi, Urdu, all this. So, but anyway, these days the communication is not an issue at all, because your little mobile phone will do the magic. Maybe a word or two may be wrong, but it will ensure that you still can enjoy the holiday.
Awesome. Okay. So this is a two-part question. So after the pandemic, a lot of people have been given remote jobs where they can actually operate from anywhere in the world. So a lot of countries have offered this kind of visas where people can come to their country and work. And then, they've come to some pay, some require tax, some don't require tax. So can you do that kind of arrange as a Maldives? Do you allow remote workers to come in?
Maldives is a dream destination. In a dream destination, everything is possible. Yes, we are proactively welcoming digital nomads, and we have got very good internet connections across the Maldives, and all the tourists are given 30 days visa on arrival. Of course, at border, at immigration, if you are not the traveler that you're supposed to be, then occasionally you may have an issue. But all in all, Maldives welcomes people from all parts of the world, get a free visa on arrival, and they can stay for 30 days. And beyond that, they can just extend it for another 2 months, altogether 90 days, with just a small application. So it's very easy, and we really understand the need for people to stay longer to experience the destination. And as we are focusing more on senior citizens who tend to stay longer, and also, as you said, the work from anywhere, the young team who are energetic and but wish to come and work from a beautiful place like Maldives, we need to give that opportunity, and we are giving that opportunity.
Okay, so this is a question for Australians. Australians like to go overseas and set up business. Now, the number one country they always do that is in Bali. So I wanted to just ask you, is there a possibility, like can foreigners set up businesses in the Maldives? And if so, what are the requirements?
We welcome foreign investment. Welcome direct foreign investment, and tourism businesses, they can have 100% foreign investment. And we say that occasionally you will hear that country X is the land of opportunities, but we say Maldives is the land and seas of opportunities. Yes, we welcome all the investors, and that's what we have been doing, especially under President Ibrahim Solis foreign policy and investor confidence building reforms to the related legislations. We have got a huge boom in investor confidence. So legislative regime is very favorable. We are party to the convention on mediation and convention arbitration, and money flow is very easy. Yes, we welcome foreign investment, and we also brought a very important change recently. Small businesses was earlier no-go. Tourism, small businesses were for locals. To even today, it's for locals, but we have allowed foreigners to own up to 49% of small tourism businesses too. So that's a good opportunity. And in Maldives, people make money. That's why you see a company X come here, they don't go, they multiply. Property 1, property 2, property 3, maybe another sister brand. And you don't need to do a big research. You just look at how the behavior of the hotels who are in the Maldives, and you know that they are making good money.
Okay. So small businesses like restaurants, like I don't know what, surf schools, that kind of thing.
This I was talking about tourism properties, tourism accommodation properties. Other business, you need to affiliation with the locals. Some have restrictions, but we have got now an investment window where we call a unsolicited bid proposal. So if somebody has a novel creative idea where Maldivians will gain and that investor will gain, they can propose it, and the economic council chaired by the president will look at it, and if that is a good opportunity for all, usually it's a green go ahead.
Okay, that's interesting. That's good. So thank you so much for joining us today, Minister Mausoom. It was a pleasure having you with us.
Thank you very much, and it's nice talking to you, and hope to welcome you to the Maldives soon. One important thing. Sometimes when you see a picture, a video of a destination, when you go to that place, you find the picture or video is and the destination is not so beautiful as the video or the picture. In the Maldives, it's the other way around. Okay, when you come, you find, oh my God, the picture didn't do justice, the video didn't do justice. The real thing is much beautiful, and to top all that, Maldivian hospitality is absolutely amazing. So I hope that you will be able to visit us and enjoy our hospitality and get addicted to the Maldives, just like many who already are. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, be sure to tune in the next time as we bring you another exciting guest from around the globe. Thank you.
Thank you.